Tucked away on the outskirts of Las Vegas is this multi-million-dollar brothel. Its first owner, Joe, was instrumental in legalizing prostitution in the 70s. Sharnell Silvey was the madam of the ranch and ran the estate with 500 prostitutes. She was also Joe's mistress and lived extravagantly. Together, they ran the most profitable brothel in Nevada.
I was all about the money, the power. I figured anyone could be bought, so if I waved a $100 bill, then you would do as I say.
Sharnell's journey to this powerful position in the sex industry started as a young girl. Her mother was a blackjack dealer, leaving Sharnell and her older brother alone daily. Her brother had parties often, and Sharnell was intrigued by the older boys until the day they raped her.
I couldn't believe that it happened. I personally felt foul. I felt filthy. I felt shameful. I felt guilty. I felt like I did this.
At 16, Sharnell decided to run away and hitched a ride with a trucker, not caring where she would end up.
Can I come with you?
I had no clue what I was getting into. When I went to the truck stop, knocked on the door, got in with him, I didn't have a plan. I didn't know what would be the ultimate result of what I had just chose.
What Sharnell didn't know was the trucker expected her to sleep with him and his friends.
They had this party and they all came into the room, and next thing I know, they're taking turns one after another on me. Till this day, it's really just ripped my heart out. To think that men, even though, I could look at my past and know that I looked older and whatever, I was more mature. But to know that not just one man, but 5 men couldn't make a decision that this is a young girl. This could be your daughter.
Several years later, Sharnell met Joe, the brothel owner. When he offered her a position at the brothel, she jumped at the chance. Sharnell became the madam of Mustang. Yet behind the money and power, Sharnell suppressed a huge amount of shame.
I felt a lot of disgust. I hated myself.
In 1999, Joe was convicted of tax evasion and fled the country. The IRS closed the ranch, and Sharnell lost everything.
I was at the end of my rope, tired of fighting all my life and everything being so bad all my life. I couldn't see why. I mean, what is the purpose for me to be alive? What is the purpose for me to continue living in this world if I constantly have to battle? So what I did was I took a brand new prescription bottle of 100 milligram Elavil. I slit my wrist and was hoping to call it quits.
The suicide attempt put Sharnell in a coma for 8 days. When she awoke, she had one thought.
I was so mad that I had to stay on this planet and continue feeling pain and people hurting me.
Doctors sent her home to recover on bed rest. One day, while watching TV, she stumbled on a man telling how he accepted Jesus Christ as his Savior. His story intrigued Sharnell.
I've tried everything else. Nothing has worked. And there's nothing out there that I want because I don't want to be here because I've tried it all. So I've got to try this one last thing. I've got to try.
Sharnell asked for forgiveness and invited Jesus Christ into her life.
I felt renewed, refreshed, hopeful, free. Everything from my past that was foul, that was painful, that was death, that was humiliating, that was shame, that was guilt. He wiped it all away. He washed it away by that prayer of me asking him into my heart.
Sharnell found a church home and surrounded herself with Christian friends. Grateful to be delivered from the pain and shame connected with the sex industry, she was inspired to start her own ministry. Sharnell now reaches out to others in the industry, sharing her story.
Nothing that they've done is too big for God to handle. Nothing that they've done is so shameful that God won't forgive them. There is nothing that could give me what Christ gave me when I asked him into my heart.